Hello and welcome to the mountains of Montana. We are back out doing some prospecting and digging. Got the sluice box all set up with the high banker attachment. I've got a wheelbarrow over here full of dirt that I'll show you here in a second, but we were just finishing breakfast this morning. Had a little bit of a visitor show up, and it was the Forest Service. I thought, what's going to happen here? But I will have to say, very nice gentleman. He had no problem with what we were doing. Had about a 2-hour conversation with him. He looked over the ground and stuff. He'd never been up here before, so very cool. I was pretty happy with what he had to say, and I'm not going to go into it just because I don't want to quote him and all those kind of things, but I'm very pleased with what he had to say about some rules and regulations. So I know I'm all good with what I'm doing. So what are we doing today? Well, I'll show you. Wife, and I've mentioned her several times, and yes, she has a name. Her name is Dixie, and absolutely yes, she was born on the 4th of July. So anyway, she's an awesome lady. She comes out here and digs with me, and we have a great time. So I've been digging. If you remember in the last video, we were digging this clay layer. It was pretty much even right up through here. So I've dug down into this clay layer and stuff. The Forest Service guy that showed up said, well, he was a geologist, and he says it's really hard to figure out on these types of areas that have been worked so hard what's what. But he did say this could possibly be from when they hydraulicked, or they had some kind of long toms in here like the end of the sluice box where all the clay settled. So it may not be virgin ground at all. It may just be, you know, tailings from the sluice box. But we'll see if there's any gold in it. So I've got this gravel soaking in the tub, and it's doing a great job breaking down the clay. We'll get the high banker set up, sluice box set up, and we'll run some dirt. We've been running for a little bit now. We've almost ate through this wheelbarrow. I absolutely love this thing. Watch this. Let's throw a bunch on here. Yeah, you get a little wet, but boy, we can eat up some material. And the rocks are coming out super clean. So let's push it on in there. Look at this. Big rocks go through pretty quick. But boy, you can load this thing up about as fast as you want to shovel. What did it take us to run that whole wheelbarrow full of dirt, hon? 10 minutes. 10 minutes? And I had it up to the top. So that's, wow. I hope we didn't overload the sluice box. Okay, we ran the one wheelbarrow full of dirt. I wanted to see if we were getting anything in there at all. So I rinsed out the sluice box. Look what I found. A picker. I hope that's focusing okay. But I can pick it up with my fingers. So that's a picker. Sweet. Nice big flake of gold and about 10 or 15 small ones. So we've run about 2 wheelbarrow fulls. We've got to clean out the tub now. It's pretty clay. We cleaned out the wheelbarrow. We'll get some new water. We're getting a little deeper in that hole down there. Still in that clay. But look what's in the second wheelbarrow. Try and hold it back a little bit. Some nice chunky stuff. No pickers, but good chunky stuff. Cool. Well, we'll get this all cleaned out and we will start a new run. Well, it is the next morning. I came down here. We just finished up breakfast. We're getting our tub all filled up with water, ready to do another run, but I came down early, filled up the wheelbarrow to let it soak, and 5 more buckets, well, 4.5 buckets ready to run. Been moving all of our tailings back over and filling in our hole as we go. Down here in the hole, we're still in this clay, and right in this area here we're getting clay with stringers of gravel in between them. Real clay gravel, like river washed gravel, in between the layers of clay. Not quite sure what to think of that, but it's all red and rusty and irony color, so looks good to me. But I did remove some big old rocks out of here this morning. That done. Some big rocks to wash off there. Well, we'll get finished getting our tub all filled up and we'll do another run. I absolutely love this thing. You can move a ton of dirt. I love the spray nozzles with just the caps with the holes drilled in them. You can adjust them, turn them. Boy, we moved a lot of dirt in a short amount of time, so I'm really enjoying this. Okay, well, we ran a wheelbarrow full of dirt and the 4 buckets that I had all screened out this morning. We cleaned out the mat twice. I already sucked up what was in the mat the first time, but out of the wheelbarrow, there's another picker. I can pick it up, so it's a picker. We're not doing too bad for our second day. Well, there's our tailing pile for the day. It's not too shabby, but I think we are done. We ran that 3 wheelbarrows full of dirt and never had to clean out the tub. Is that right? We never cleaned out the tub, did we?
You cleaned it out once.
Once this morning before we started, right? So cool. What I'm doing, as I mentioned before, that I got into this clay layer with seams of gravel in between the clay. I'm not quite sure what to think of it, but also, let me get over here. I'm just going to follow that for now, but we're picking up some washed or some river gravel in that stuff. Still not quite what to think. Obviously, these rocks were in a creek or a stream at some point. And just out of that last little bit, there's just a couple chunky pieces of gold in there. So, pretty happy about that. But I think it's time to go sit under the shade tree for a while and relax. Okay, morning number 3. We just finished breakfast. I've been down early getting some material all screened, or not screened out, but all dug up. Back up and running again. I want to show you, this stuff is just, the pre-wash works really well for breaking up this clay. And this stuff is just absolute soup. What we're doing is just piling it up here. I put about 3 or 4 up there. He washes it off. So it's maybe a high baker, maybe it's just a wash plant, I guess. But we sure do like it. We can run about 4 buckets in the classifier, or in the wheelbarrow. We can put about 4 buckets to soak, and it takes us about 15 minutes or so. And it's awesome to have running water down here with a faucet on it. A little spray nozzle to wash off the bigger rocks. Works really well. Well, we're going to run this bucket. It's hard to hold the camera at the same time. And as soon as we get done running this wheelbarrow full, I will show you how simple it is to clean this thing out. Well, I'm a mess. You can see what 3 days of mining looks like. I put these pants on every morning. I was going to show you cleanup, but I think we're about done. We ran, I don't know, 2 wheelbarrow fulls, 8 buckets of dirt or something this morning, but our battery's given up the ghost. I mean, it's a marine battery and everything, but it's pretty much toast, I think. So I found the limit, 2 pumps, 2.5 days, I suppose, and that'll be it. So to clean this thing out the way I got it built, you're gonna pull it out. Put it in there in the bucket, and just hose it out. And that's all there is to it. Alright, we're just going to clean up since our battery's dead. But I want to show you down in this hole, we're getting from here down. We're just getting into a nice gravel layer. Got a lot of river rock in it. So that's pretty cool. We're down about, 3 feet, I suppose. So next time, we'll see what we can come up with. I got 4 buckets to take home and figure out what to do with those. But we got a heck of a mess to clean up. I should give you a picture of the gold that we got. There we go. Come on, camera, focus. But there's a few little pickers in there, some nice coarse stuff. And we're pretty happy with that. So, thank you for watching. We'll catch you next time. And you have a great day. Bye now.